life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So, move out of your comfort zone. You can only grow if you are willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. Hello, dear friends. You are listening to English Learning Made Easy, an English podcast, especially serving to those who learn English as their second language. This is your host, Sajid Ali Khan. Today, I have come with another interesting topic to discuss with you. Get out of your comfort zone. This episode is especially devoted to those people who are just depending on others even for their basic needs. They are lazy, lethargic, and such people are called burden on the economy. They are called burden on their families, burden on their friends and relatives. So we have to make them aware that life does not give another chance. If they will just remain burden on others, their life will just pass like anything and they will not do anything in their life. People will not like them. So this is very essential and important discussion, dear friends. I hope you will enjoy it. So let's get started. Our world is full of lethargic people. These lazy bones do not want to trouble themselves and depend on others for their almost every need. They lack zeal and enthusiasm in their life. Now the question arises, who made them lazy? So we have to look into the depth of this problem and try to find out its solution. We all know that there is always something we fear in life. Some people fear of height, some people fear of water, some spider, fires, snake, lion, etc. Even some people fear of cockroaches and lizards. This is nothing but natural. But the very unnatural thing that is many of us develop fears around things which are not that much detrimental. Sometimes a person might get rejected in an interview and can develop a fear of rejection for all his interviews in future. He might develop a phobia of taking risk in life. But remember, dear friends, you are always struggling and striving to achieve success in life. And success is not a destination, it keeps on moving. So, if you lose in one interview, that doesn't mean the picture is over. You have to struggle. You have to do lot of efforts. Then only the day will come. You will have confidence, you will have knowledge, you will have whatever the job you have dreamed, you will achieve it. For that, you need to do lot of struggle, continuous, constant struggle. Many people develop fear of failure in life and hence they limit themselves to a limited boundaries, and in this way they develop comfort zone around them unintentionally. Dear friends, remember these comfort zones are created unintentionally. People do not know that they are just limiting to their efforts, they are limiting to their confidence, to their utility, to their zeal, to their enthusiasm, and they just try to restrict their endeavour. I would like to say such people very clearly here that just because they have been rejected in the past does not mean they will be rejected again and again in future. If this feeling of insecurity will not be curbed soon, it may lead to counterproductive result in their life. Means in the entire life they will be just judging themselves before taking part into the practical world, and they will just think, oh no, I have failed in so many interviews, so why should I go and humiliate again? So such ideas, preconceived ideas and misunderstandings will always dominate their thinking, and they will never be able to do the extraordinary things in their life, though they might have that caliber to do that. You may fear meeting new people. getting involved in relationships, or even applying for new jobs. Because inside your brain, the sense of rejection will always be lurking and asking you to stop. Thus, such circumstances will always demotivate you and demoralize you. Thus, fear always has a way of growing itself bigger in our minds than it is in reality. The need is just to find it out and curb it or control it before it controls us. Dear friends, we know the great President of America, Mr. Abraham Lincoln, who has struggled a lot in his life, and in his 20th attempt he became the President of America. So he did not give up. Such spirit and zeal and confidence each one of us must have. The need is just to find out what is our weak point, what are those ideas, those thoughts which are keeping us, which are dragging us back, and then we need to work on them. Whenever you find such a situation, you must understand and see what could be the maximum consequences if you take a particular risk in life, and you must encourage yourself to take such risk. Believe me, dear friends, if there is no risk, there will be no profit. Life needs risk. Life needs struggle. You can see the history is full of those legends who did something beyond their capacity, and therefore the world had to accept them as the legends. This is the only way you can come out of your fear and comfort zone. But while doing so, you must be very careful. Just because you conquer your fears and expand your comfort zone doesn't mean you should be taking big risk carelessly. This is a big difference between blindly leaping into the unknown and taking a calculated risk. Here, you have to have the confidence. That's a great thing. But you must also calculate the risk. Suppose if I am going to take part in any competition and I say I am full of confidence, that is the positive point. But am I prepared to compete? Am I full equipped with all the necessary things, all the information? Have I done the practice, whatever is required? Everything I have to see, then only I can leap into the battlefield. Thus, in a nutshell, we can conclude saying that take a calculated risk and never allow fear to control you and your efforts. Rather, control fear and let the life unleash the impossible for you. Believe me, dear friends, this is the only way you can come out of your comfort zone and can reach to the zenith of success. We have number of examples. You can see the example of Muhammad Ali Khile. You can see the examples of so many wrestlers. You can see the examples of so many educationists, so many leaders who have proved their talent, and for that they had struggled day and night. They did not take rest and they continued working very hard, and today we see them as the glittering stars in the sky of success. So tomorrow we can also be like them, but we need to have devoted life. We need to have hard-working spirit. We need to have patience and passion both. And all this thing will need first of all to come out of your comfort zone. Then only we will see all these things. Therefore, it is rightly said. This line is very beautiful. I like it very much. So I am repeating it. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. With this, I will conclude today's episode. I hope you understand it, you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to subscribe my podcast and share it among your friends and relatives. Please send your valuable comments. I'm very happy with your overwhelming response. Please do take care. Follow the social distancing. and pray to God for the earliest eradication of this pandemic. Take care. God bless you all. Bye bye. Language shapes the way we think and determines what we can think about. Hello, dear friends. You are listening to English Learning Made Easy, an English podcast especially serving to those who learn English as their second language. This is your friend and host Sajid Ali Khan. Today I have come with yet another important and very interesting topic to discuss with you all. Title: Let's Think in English. Dear friends, there are many people who think mother tongue plays a very important role in learning English language, while the reality is very different. In this episode, we shall discuss what is the actual role of our mother tongue in learning English language. So let's get started. Let's think in English. There are many people who think that English can be learned with the help of their mother tongue. They are partly right and partly wrong. They are partly right because the very basic learning stage of English needs help of our mother tongue, which enhances our confidence and avoids our boredom in learning of a foreign language. At the early stages, even a child needs support and encouragement, as he needs walker and a baby cycle for walking practice. In the same fashion, in early stages of learning English, we definitely may need the help of our mother tongue, especially in those countries where we lack English speaking environment. Dear friends, environment plays a very vital role, especially speaking English environment plays a very vital role in its learning, which I have already discussed in our previous episodes, that how people going to Gulf countries learn Arabic speaking without going to any tuition classes, just due to congenial environment of speaking there. Dear friends, there is one misconception and confusion with many people that with the help of mother tongue English can be learned very rapidly. But believe me, this is wrong, as it is also a harmful thing for learning English language if we depend totally on our mother tongue. Because when we use mother tongue to help us in learning English, it means we use the translative method. We totally depend on the method of translation. This method takes more time, as first we have to think the structure of the sentence in our mother tongue and then we have to translate it. And while doing so, if we do not know any particular word in English which is to be used for a particular thing or a particular situation, then we get stuck, we get hesitation, or we may stammer, or we can't muster up courage to speak anything to save ourselves from humiliation in front of others. And this happens every time whenever we use translative method for learning English language. Such learners never reach to the high fluency level and high confidence because their vocabulary remains very poor, as they think in their mother tongue and then translate it in English language, which is a very slow process. So, my dear friends, today I will show you the best way of improving your language, and it's very natural way also. Read in English, listen English, and try to understand each and every word of the given text. In the beginning, it will be very boring, as you have to refer dictionary many times. But friends, remember, you have to begin from this level only, because this is the only level of your language. You have to work very hard, as there is no royal road to success. You have to read more and more, and each day at least 10 to 15 new words must be added in your vocabulary. You can begin reading storybooks, novels, or even you can improve vocabulary by reading random topics like spices. What words do we use for different spices in English language? Vegetables, fruits, food, market. There are so many topics that you can select as per your choice and interest, and you can find new words that you know in your mother tongue but you don't know in English language. So you may also read grammar books to understand sentence structure and can do practice of sentence construction in English language. You can listen radio or podcasts daily to understand English in different accent and different styles. A serious learner never counts time. He just immerses into his practice and is always behind learning something new each day. You too can go beyond the horizon of madness to learn. Then only you will learn English very rapidly. Dear friends, always remember two very important things in life if you are a serious learner. Number one, always follow grammatically correct structure of any sentence you speak or write. Never do grammatical error either in your writing or in your speaking. Number two, use a proper word at the proper place. I mean here, where there is a need of watch, don't use see or look. Where there is a need of look, don't use see or watch. Actually, each word in English has been made for a particular situation and must be used in that situation only. Otherwise, we can't reach to the perfection like a native speaker. Besides, if it is a, if it is possible, do conversation practice in English with your friend, any person whose English is at least better than you, who can correct you if you commit any mistake. So dear friends, learning is a never ending process. You can never claim to reach to perfection and stop learning. As there is development in every field, languages also develop continuously. We see different linguists in this world. We see like scientists, the different people are also called linguists, who are continuously doing a lot of discoveries and inventions in languages also. And we see the language of different eras were different, and it depends on our interest. If we have interest, we can learn more depthly, and this is very interesting, dear friend. So, language is also developed continuously. Today, the English what we speak is very different from the English spoken during Shakespeare's era. Therefore, we must keep learning and thus growing our language, and then a time will come in your life when learning will become a fun and you will teach to others. Dear friends, for more than 23 years, I have been in this teaching field and speaking and talking and teaching how to improve English language. Still, I learn many new words. Still, I learn many new words and I enjoyed each day reading. So, reading is the best melody of so many problems in English language. Therefore, we must keep learning and thus growing our language, and a time may come when you will be able to teach to others. So, dear friends, never stop reading, as someone has rightly said. If you stop reading, you stop leading. Because when you want to lead others, when you want to lead the world or to the group of people, you must have more information, you must have more knowledge, more caliber, more potentiality, and more information. Then only people will follow you, then only you can lead others. And if you want to lead the world, then you have to improve more than others. And reading is the best method you can follow to improve your language. Because by reading only you come to know different structure of sentences. By reading only you come to know different styles, how the sentence can be constructed. You can know how a particular vocabulary can be used in different forms. So dear friends, never stop reading in your life. It's very important.